Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and well, today we have a Jurassic World Rebirth haul. I finally went to the store, and I picked up a few Rebirth figures. Especially, mainly the ones that I was mainly looking for the ones that are not available on, like, online, like the Strike Attacks and Danger Packs. Frenzy Packs, but I picked up a few other things while I was out. So, anyways, first is actually not a Rebirth figure. The Rumble Rampage cage. I've been wanting to get this since it's small, but it's just big enough that I think it can actually fit a Mattel Frenzy Pack / Strike Attack figure in it. So I really wanted to get it just to put have an actual cage. So yeah, they've been going on clearance. It's $4. So I was like, I finally now is like a good chance to pick this up. And yeah, I'm guessing like the electronics or maybe it needs new batteries or something, or if they just don't work. But usually this cage shakes. I didn't even check this before picking the figure up. Probably should have. They had a few on the shelf. Don't know if this one's damaged or if it's just out. But yeah, review of this coming soon. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna scoot that back. Next item is actually the first Rebirth thing, but like you'll see. Anyways, I got a display case. I didn't get any of the actual captives, but I did get the display case for the captive figure since they had an empty one. And thought it'd be cool. I like collecting some of the display cases. I'm not going to do a review of this, but I will do a collection of all my display boxes and just boxes in general I have for the Jurassic franchise. Eventually in a future video. But yeah, here's the captives, new ones like pop and lock figures. This side we have the Quetzalcoatlus. Bottom's just black. And then here we have all of the new figures that are out. I might get some of the captives in the future exclusively to get the Spinosaurus because that's the only thing I want. So, yeah. Also, this confuses me. Why are they making featherly limited editions? I don't like that kind of velvety texture on figures. I know I said I don't like fabric, but this is really weird because it gets dirty really easily. Even more than fabric. And I find it really weird that they did it for the mutant and the Spinosaurus, but not for Quetzalcoatlus, or even the T-Rex or the Pteranodon. Would have made more sense to do that, or heck, even the Compy or Velociraptor. They pick the two worst creatures to put it on. I guess they could have also, again, Near has been rude. I'm not going to talk about that much, but again, that would have made sense to make a fuzzy appearance since for some reason the film designers did not make the decision to make it hairy, at least from the descriptions I've heard of it. But we're not going to talk about that much now, but yeah, I got a display case for the Rebirth captives. Now on to the actual figures. First off, we have the Frenzy Pack Edmontonia. Again, this will get a review soon. And also, let me see if I can fix this lighting. My lighting is just really bad in every video. Because, I move my lights around just for, general use, and then also alongside, whenever I'm, working on things for the Etsy and stuff. So that's why the lighting gets really bad sometimes, and then I have to, reset it whenever I'm filming. And I usually don't reset it very well. I don't reset it before filming, kind of just during filming, so that's why my lighting's always bad at first. Anyways, we have the Frenzy Pack Edmontonia. Can't wait to open this figure up. We'll get a review of that coming out soon. Next, we have the Torovinistes. Another one which also, I'm pretty sure Mattel has some sort of monopoly on marine reptiles, because they always release less of them. Like, when the Elasmosaurus released, they usually have 4 gigantic tracker figures per shipment, and they usually have 4 Bistopahivisors and 1 Elasmosaurus. Styxosaurus and Suchomimus was a little bit more even, but still, I usually find way more Suchomimuses than Styxosauruses. So, yeah, I think Mattel, and also, the reason why I say with this marine reptile, there is only one of these. Actually, in fact, outside of the Wave 2 figures, which I did see a few Wave 2 figures, which we'll talk about that in a minute, this was the only figure that was this is the only figure that I think they only had one of, outside of one other figure, which we'll get to that later. Out of Wave 1, this was the only one they only had one figure of, which is really weird. And also, it's $11, while the other ones are $8.44. So, what is up with Mattel and the marine reptiles? Just release more marine reptiles. Everyone loves the marine reptiles. Anyways, next for another Wave 1 figure is the Inostrand Servia. Again, these ones they're online on Walmart.com. They're just not in stock. So, yeah, I finally was able to get them in store. So, yeah, review of this guy coming out soon. Two more things. First, we have this figure. This is actually the first Wave 2 figure I got. They don't have, Strike Attacks and other figures or gigantic trackers. They just have the Danger Packs. I've seen some people finding them, and I was surprised that I was able to find them there. They actually had all of them, except for the Manquaria. All the other ones they had, I was tempted to get Archaeor and Nithomimus just because it's such a bad figure. I was tempted to get it, but I didn't. Instead, I did just get this guy. So yeah, really nice. The only other Wave 2 figure that I'm planning on getting is Nano Tyrannus and the 2 gigantic Thrasher figures for that wave, but they didn't have those there. I don't think those are going to be releasing for quite a bit, so have time for that. Last, we have probably the figure I was not really expecting to get, especially not today, but we'll bring that in. It's a really big item. Okay, I rearranged stuff so that there's more space. And you may be wondering what figure I got. If you're thinking something that I was not planning on getting, you're thinking maybe the T-Rex figure, since I said I was not getting that, or Titanosaurus, if you're thinking that there's something wrong with you, or you're just not listening to what I'm saying about that creature. But it's actually Mr. Mutant. I got Mr. Mutant. This was the only one they had, and I was like, you know what? I planned on maybe eventually getting this when it go on clearance, but I decided just to get it now because the action feature is really nice. I still don't like this creature in the film, but the toy at least has kind of grown on me, and the action feature is really cool. So yeah, you just press that. So yeah, basically just the action feature is pretty much it chomps down and then it looks like Titanosaurus and proceeds to spontaneously combust because of Titanosaurus' ugliness. And then also you can kind of slash to the side. Yeah, a review of this thing will be coming out soon. So yeah. Poor creature had to look at that hideous beast. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically my Jurassic World Rebirth haul for today. Definitely probably going to be the last figures I'm getting for a while, since again the Wave 2 figures don't release for a while. But yeah, I found all these at Walmart. They actually, my store was really stocked today. Last time I went to look the day that they were stocked, and the store I went to was completely dry. But this time I went to a different store, which is one a little bit like my local Walmart, and they had basically everything. So yeah, literally the only thing they didn't have was like the Minquaria alongside like pretty much just the Minquaria. They also had, this was the last Mr. Mutant they had, and then of course the new T-Rex, which I don't think has really been appearing in Walmart. So I think that my store pretty much had everything that's like available in Walmart right now, which is really nice to see that they had like a full stock and actually stocking these figures. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Which figure are you most excited to see a review of, or just to get a hold of? Anyways, reviews for all these figures will be out soon, so keep a lookout for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.